The other day I made a video going over a rant that the owner of the comic book channel, the Comic Book Palace, uploaded. It was a part of a 30-minute video. It's maybe a 2-minute rant where he complained about the state of the comic book industry's writing. And he wasn't wrong. It's awful. It's not good. A lot of comic book shops are closing left and right. A lot of people are leaving the hobby. And he's not the only one. There's a lot of comic book shops out there that are fearful that they're going to lose their business. And I don't think he said anything wrong in that rant. If you want to hear it, I put it out 2 days ago. Video's titled, I think, Marvel Employees Go After Comic Book Shop Owner. It was disgusting. They were insulting his appearance and how he looks and not addressing his argument. They looked bad. In fact, I think it was a turning point moment for the industry because it really did show a lot of people that don't pay attention just how nasty these people can be. These people, in case you don't know, depend on people like him, by the way, because retail shops are the veins of the industry. Like you need those comic book shops to make money. And it's not good to insult them, though they've been doing it forever. I remember there was a comic book shop owner that was at some Marvel Comics event, and he stood up and said nobody wants these books, and the industry called that guy a bigot. Because he said, listen, Iron Man's in the theaters. This isn't exactly what he said, but it's kind of what he said. Basically, like, Iron Man's in the theaters, and people are leaving the theaters, and they come into my comic shop, and they want to buy a comic book, but instead of getting Tony Stark, they're getting Riri Williams. And nobody in that theater has a damn clue who Riri Williams is. It's a joke, and it's been hurting comic book shop owners. Finally, they're starting to stand up, though I think it's a little too late, but comic pros are still salty about it, probably because the truth hurts. So Heidi McDonald jumps in. Cancel culture queen, by the way, will go out of her way to destroy your life if you work in the industry and you cross this woman. I have a thought experiment for you all. Imagine if a retailer made a video about a comic that they actually loved, that they wished more people would buy and order. That showed passion and love for comics and the industry. Would you share it the way you do the negative ones? I'll tell you what, the negative ones sure do get your attention. They sure do get your attention, don't they? And you seem kind of salty about it. Probably because people are exposing your grift. These people act like we're in a golden age of comic books or something. We're in the dark ages. The only thing holding up the comic book industry is indies. Indies, and crowdfunders. That's it. The main two, they're not doing shit for the comic book industry. They don't even make the top 20 list. And I bring this up all the time. This is Damage Control to Call It Adult because Spy X Family is not an adult book. One Piece is not an adult book. But they call it this to cover up the fact that this is the real sales chart and Marvel and DC don't make it. Proof that it's a real sales chart? Because Ninja Turtles, Last Ronin, and Lost Years are on it. This is from IDW Publishing, an American. All these are American companies, even Viz, but they primarily deal in manga. And as you can see, it's Japanese comics that are making this entire list. Meanwhile, over at American Comics, they make these kinds of books about Alan Scott, a Golden Age Green Lantern, and they retconned him to be gay, and they put out a 6-issue miniseries. The writer of it came out and attacked fans, begged people to buy this book, and it didn't work. The sales got rejected. Nobody bought it. Nobody bought it because nobody was asking for this. I'm not saying you can't tell the story, but attacking fans and then saying, buy this book to own the right is what they were doing. Nobody was even talking about this book, but they pulled a big old fit about it. It's just an example of how these people act like clowns. But they're still salty about this, real salty. This was published yesterday, showing some tweets of these people getting salty about this and still attacking him. This is Glenn right here, the comic book Palace Reborn. By the way, Mark Millar, great guy, wrote Kick-Ass, created Kick-Ass, by the way, still makes comics, great comics. This guy loves the comic book industry. Had Glenn on. It was a great interview. He broke down, what was going on and how he feels about it. I highly recommend you check this out. It's Millar Time. Millar Time is the name of his actual channel for Mark. And it's an interview how Glenn feels about things and how they were attacking him. And these people that were attacking him should feel ashamed. And I agree with Mark. Like, a lot of these people, a lot of these comic book pros are feeling ashamed of themselves. A lot of them are deleting their tweets because they look like fools. Because people that aren't watching all this looked in and said, wow, why are they attacking how this guy looks? Newsflash, most people that buy your shit look like Glenn. And you're insulting your customer base by doing that. These are the people that support you. Why are you doing that? You know why they're doing that? Because the things that Glenn said hurt their feelings. Made them feel bad, because the truth hurts. But they're still going after him, attacking how he looks, saying that he's wrong. Donnie Cates in his Hammer one, he doubled down on this, by the way, and came back and said more shit. Jamal Igle, he's going to be real shocked about how all comics have been written and how writing in general works. His business is dying because he refuses to change with the times. He's got magic cards, all kinds of stuff in there. Pokemon cards. What else is he supposed to do? Maybe write better shit, though Jamal Igle could never do that because he has no talent. I don't know what the hell he even does anymore. Here's another one. I simply wouldn't go on camera on social media and say that the product I sell is shit. I didn't go to business school or anything, so what do I know? He's mad because his business is probably hurting because all of the product is shit. He wants people to keep coming back. That's why when people say, oh, why don't they highlight the good books? Because there's not that many. 30-year comic book shop owner knows nothing about comics and how they're made, fixed it for you. Anyone that describes writing as you get paid to write the stuff we want has not a clue about what writing is. I don't know how many times people need to hear it. That is simply not how art or creativity works. It is, because if it's not good, they'll stop buying it. And they have stopped buying it. Ron Mars, opening his fat mouth as usual. It's not a restaurant, and you don't get to order what you want off the menu. You do get to order what you... It's literally, it's how it works. You go in there, you look at the wall of where all the comics are, and you buy what you want. The problem is, you're not cooking what anybody wants anymore, Ron Mars. You're a hack. All you do is mock people on Twitter. That's all you do. By the way, Silver Surfer writer, Warlock writer. This is the comic book industry. And this person comes in with a good point. Don't you, though? You ordered Batman. You expect Batman. I see his point, but when you're browsing shelves of floppies, it may as well be a menu. Exactly what I said. Then Ron Mars, of course, a big comic book scholar, genius, who hasn't made anything worth of note in a long time other than tweets. No, you don't. At a restaurant, you order what you want. Say a steak medium rare with mashed potatoes. It's made to order just for you. Batman comic or any comics are not made to order just for you. You buy or don't buy something that's already made. No, you buy a Batman comic, you expect Batman. I don't expect Robin. Robin has his own comic usually. Or a backup story. No, there's been Batman comics where Robin is kind of like Batman's down or something, but here's a better way. I buy a Batman comic. I don't expect Harley Quinn to be the star of the book. Like, Batman's not even in it. I want Batman. So they're still going on. They're still going after him because they don't like what he had to say, and it's kind of become a moment. It's kind of become a special moment, and it's really got people talking. I don't think really it will change much, but it's nice to see the cancel culture crowd over in comics get looked down on and kind of given a hard time for this. People aren't sticking with them over this one. So, anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video, hit that notification bell, check out my Rumble and Locals, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.